Piyush Gupta, former CEO of DBS Bank in Singapore, about the potential for growth in Uttar Pradesh as well. Let's listen in.
Shan for NewsX World. Today I'm standing here with a very esteemed profile, none other than Piyush Gupta, who used to be the CEO of DBS Bank in Singapore. First and foremost, sir, how are you today? Loving the suit, looking good.
I'm in good shape. Been a year since my DBS days, but I've got an interesting portfolio which includes Temasek's Indian business, and given the occasion, that's a good hat to have.
Yeah. So, of course, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, is in Singapore. We're currently standing right outside the presidential suite where all the meetings are taking place. And, of course, the CM of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, came to Singapore with a plan and a mission to boost the economy of Uttar Pradesh to become a $1 trillion economy. In your view, of course, I crunched the numbers. I did the math, right? I think from 2015 to now, the GDP of Uttar Pradesh was around 15 crores, and then it moved to 30 crores. To achieve that $1 trillion economy, the growth must be super exponential.
Growing at 9% to 10% over a period of time, which is higher than the Indian average. So they start with a low base, but the traction has been quite laudatory. It's a big state, the population is large, so per capita numbers are obviously still very low. But if you look at all state aggregates, UP has moved up. It used to be the bottom of the provincial rung in India, and it's now, depending on the category, somewhere in the mid-levels. So whether they can hit a $1 trillion economy in the short term is not entirely clear. In nominal terms, they might, but I think he's pressing all the right buttons. He's pulling all the right levers: manufacturing, tourism, some focus on agro, social services, infrastructure is massively improved. So I think he's doing the right things.
Yeah, you spoke about pressing the buttons, and then I'll ask you one more question, and I'll let you be on your way. What exactly are these buttons? In 2026 now, we have AI, we have infrastructure, like you said. As a banker yourself, which one is going to essentially give us the most profit?
So, one of the things they've done really well is built out Noida as an electronics hub. And so data center capacity is not just the BPOs and development capability centers. They're bringing a semicon investment in, they're bringing data centers in. It's very tech focused, and that's quite helpful. Defense is another industry. So they've set up a whole corridor for defense around Bundelkhand. And that's quite impressive because that is going to be an industry of growth for the region. Agri-services and, up and downstream. In UP, agriculture is still 25% of the economy. But they're focusing on trying to get better agriculture output and agri-services. So it is actually quite a broad range of industries that they've been focused on. Tourism is another one. They're number 2 today in terms of tourist footfall in the country among the states. The per capita tourist spend is low, but again, they're working on seeing how they can drive their tourism number up. So these are the kinds of things that we expect to be engines of growth.
Yeah, of course, Uttar Pradesh boasts 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the Taj Mahal including one of them. My last question to you, sir, is, whilst you were head of DBS Bank, I believe you did accrue a lot of fans. You were great at the helm there. I remember seeing you at Singapore FinTech Festival. What's your message to the people of Singapore and Uttar Pradesh as far as life, investments, portfolio, all of those things goes? What's your message with all your life experience?
Well, specific to India, I'm convinced that for Singapore, India is a fantastic opportunity in the coming decade, particularly given the geopolitics. Singapore-India relations and engagement in the last 4 or 5 years post-COVID has reached a new height, both the ministerial roundtable and the business roundtable. So my first message is an economic message to everybody. The India is an opportunity. Uttar Pradesh is, 10 years ago you wouldn't have said that, but ironically, Uttar Pradesh is a place that is worth focusing on and investing in. The broader message across the board is that we're in challenging times. We're in challenging times not just because of geopolitics, but technology and AI. The outcomes of that are actually quite uncertain. So for all of us, the only answer is to be nimble, to be adaptable, and that's the only way we're going to be able to get forward.
Okay, fantastic. You heard it from the man himself. Of course, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, has allotted 500 acres to build a Singapore city in Noida itself. So if you're looking for a job out there, you're looking for opportunities, you heard it from Piyush Gupta himself, be nimble and you'll get it figured out. I'm Roshan Gidwani for NewsX World. Thank you.
That's all we have time for. Keep watching NewsX World for more news updates from around the world.